Hi, I'm Mike Constantine. My wife and I have been married for 50 years. For 39 of those years, we have been teaching and counseling and writing on topics related to marriage and family. We have done this in many different countries, starting in Nigeria, also in Malaysia, and a few other countries as well. We also have quite a lot of material available on our websites. What I'd like to do in these short videos is just give you some seeds, some ideas that you could plant into your marriage relationship that might help it become something better than what it is. And we're calling this series Stronger Together. For today, we're going to look at three marriage models. The first of these is the parallel model, and I think it's the most common model that we see in marriage. So let me try to describe that to you. If you can picture the husband and the wife as two people who are like the two sides of a ladder. And so once they get married, they start moving on together. You know, she has her job and he has his. Their lives are parallel. When the children come, there's even more difference between what they're doing. They have parallel lives. Now, that's kind of normal, isn't it? But especially in larger cities where both couples are working. But how do they stay together? Well, here's how that happens. In between those two lives, there are connection points, like the steps on a ladder. And in the early years of marriage, if the couple are wise and they still feel affectionate towards each other and they still value their marriage, the steps are close together. But then, as time goes on and pressures increase, those steps can be farther apart. And they can actually go sometimes for whole days without ever connecting with each other in a meaningful way. And when that happens, the marriage becomes weak. And that leads to the second model. And this is the one that you do not ever want to see in your marriage. And that's the divergent model. So here, either one or both of the members of the couple are going off in separate directions. Their interests are different, their jobs are different, their friendships are different, and they have much less in common. And the farther along they go in their marriage, the less in common they have. It is in this model, this divergent model, that affairs happen. In fact, we have never seen an affair happen in any other model that we're talking about today. So that's the one you want to avoid at all costs. The third model is the strongest of all. So here I want you to picture two or three cords of a rope or a cable that are intertwined with each other. Now, the intertwining makes all of them stronger because they're together. And that intertwining happens in marriage by purposefully connecting with each other and sharing life with each other every day, and not just once, but in many different small ways, as well as the occasional larger way. It can include everything, and we'll talk about that perhaps in other sessions. But for today, here's what I'd like you to do. If you're new in marriage and your marriage is young, you have plenty of time to work on this idea of interconnecting and interweaving with each other. And you'll never be sorry that you did that. You'll never regret taking the extra time to do the things that cause you to feel that sense of togetherness no matter where you are. If your marriage is in a parallel condition, why don't you consider trying to strengthen it by sharing more of your lives with each other on a regular basis so that you feel closer together that way. And then if your marriage is in a divergent condition, all I can do today is warn you. If you don't do something to reconnect and start to intertwine your lives together again, you're going to eventually destroy your own marriage. You wouldn't want that to happen, would you? This is Mike Constantine, and this is Stronger Together.